Welcome to the Barbados beach house build. Hope you're all well. It's been a while since I've checked in. We're now on the 9th of February. 9th of February. I think the last time I checked in was about a month ago. So anyway, I hope you're all well. Thanks for continuing to support the channel. I think we're on about 1,005 subscribers. We seem to be going up and down a little bit. And once we've now finally got to the 1,000 subscribers, that also means that we can monetize the channel. But obviously you can't monetize it all because you then got to try and keep the subscriptions up as well, which I think is 4,000 hours of watch video, and we haven't done a great deal for you guys. So firstly, apologies for the lack of chatting. I'm only going to do a brief walk around and then show you some of the other bits and bobs we've done. But the first thing I want to show you is Elon Musk is in the house. So you guys might have heard of Starlink. Starlink is Elon Musk's internet provision. So he's been spending quite a bit of money sending satellites up there. And on this island, as you know, you've got Digicel or you've got Flow. They're your two options. And no disrespect to them, but speed is sometimes a bit inconsistent and sometimes the service is a bit inconsistent as well. So we decided to spend some money on getting this in. And just to let you know, if you go onto Starlink website, don't fall for these third-party people that seem to be trying to offer you the system that's making it as if they're working with Starlink. They're not. Go on the Starlink website. At the moment, they've authorised Barbados now as an approved area. And they're discounting down the product cost and the shipping as well at the moment. So it was 1,100 Bajan for the product, plus around about $300 to $400 to ship it. I think they're now doing it for 600 US. That's the product, the stand, the router, and also the shipping as well. And it comes within about a week. The other real unique thing about it as well was that, as you can see, it's a satellite dish. So it's going to be in your own garden. It's going to go in and plug into your, well, it's either a router in your home that you connect to, or like us, we have a network, so it will plug into your network and feed your whole network with internet. You've actually got your own satellite. And speed-wise, it's 3 to 4 times the size of anything you can buy on the island. So it should be more reliable, and it should also be 3, 4, 5 times as powerful as anything you can buy on the island. So fingers crossed on that when it works. I've got to now hope what we're going to do now is run the cable through the air conditioning holes here, because we've got to go through the basement and we've got to go up there and we go into the electric room. So we're going to now see whether the cable that comes with it is long enough. And then what happens is you place the actual dish where you want to want it, and the app then tells you whereabouts it should be in the garden, where it's pointing to get the best signal. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to put it here, semi out of the wind and whatever else, and point it this way and get a good connection. Fingers crossed. If not, then we're going to have to move it around here somewhere and see how we get on. What else has happened? God, what have I not covered? Bear in mind, I've not been on for God knows how long. Before I carry on chatting, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe below. The more people can get on the channel, the better. Again, to the new subscribers that are watching this video, we've been doing this for a long time now. This monster behind us, we built it, and we've gone through some interesting times. Building a house in the Caribbean with no knowledge and no connections. It's definitely a different aspect of building, that's for sure. So anyway, the other thing I want to show you is we're standing on some mud. We've taken up the sheets. We've taken up the sheets because what we're actually going to do now, we were going to let it just grow. But we are talking to gardeners at the moment, and we found one lad and he seems to feel he can get us some grass seed. So we're just going to turn this into a big grass square. That's what we're going to do. So that's going to happen in the next week. But as I say, we started off by obviously taking it off. As you can see, these are all grown really nice. These are all just cuttings from the road. We put them in, give them some rooting powder, and they're all grown beautiful. I mean, especially this one here, it's gorgeous. This pink, I love it. So we're going to try and, again, the gardener's going to do some cuttings for me. We're going to take that all the way along here. So that's just going to land up being a pink, a light and dark pink hedge all the way along the wall. And we'll trim it, we'll cut it, and we'll keep it the same height of the wall. The path, the update on the path, we've had it all ground down now. So all the stones that we end up paying a fortune to have shown that we didn't want, they've all been ground down now. And the product that's going to go over the top is now apparently in the port. So apart from waiting for that to come, we are ready to start putting that down. So I'm under the impression in the next week or two, that's going to get done. And at the same time, we've got the gardener coming to do all the irrigation. So all the actual sprinkler heads are going to be going in, and we're going to be connecting that up, getting this completely as level as possible, and then seeding and grassing and weeding the living hell out of it. So that can't come soon enough. Other than that, what else has happened? Nothing really. I think that's about it, really. Obviously, we've working on the building all day. We've been upstairs on the roofs. We've gone to Sherwin-Williams and we've bought a thing called Tundra. Tundra, I think we talked about it last time. Tundra is a silicon-based roof rubber. So water-based roof rubbers work, but they don't hold water. They break down after 48 hours and the warranties are void. So if you're experiencing issues with roof puddling, ponding, whatever you want to call it, do not buy a water-based roof rubber. You have to buy silicon-based. On the island, Sherwin-Williams is the only one doing one, and it's called Tundra, and it's about 800 to 900 Bayesian for 5 gallons. It's not cheap. So what we've done on the what we've done on the actual ponding stroke water retentions we have on the roof, we've ground down as best we can. We've tried to get rid of as much of the actual water-based product on the floor as possible, and we've painted over all the areas that we know hold area now with a silicon-based product. That should at least allow the roof, if it holds water, to actually defend itself from breaking down. So we've gone through 3 of those. £3 I'll never get back. So yeah, it's going to be interesting over the next couple of weeks to see how that pans out and how that works. And we've also now sanded down the whole of the actual, sanded down, slightly ground it and cleaned it, obviously the roof here, and we've also tundrad the whole of that as well. And if you saw in the other video we did a couple of weeks back, we had water leaking through the front of the building and making the paint come away from the building itself. So now what we've done is we've actually sealed the top pelmet as well as the roof. So if the water was getting through the top of the blocks and coming all the way down through the front fascia of the actual paint, then fingers crossed that will prevent that from happening moving forward. Fingers crossed. So we're not going to go repairing the paint on the front of here until we can prove that it's actually solved that issue. So fingers crossed that will definitely solve it. Other than that, we're pretty much where we were the last time I spoke. We have had one thing done. We had the ducting on the air conditioning rectified. So let me show that. If you remember rightly, it was the big round 10-inch flexible stuff. You probably remember that. We've had that ripped out now, and that's now been replaced with, here we are, sorry about that, don't know what the hell was happening there. So we've got some nice tidy ducting all on the roof now. This one unfortunately has got to come down around the beam, so it's a bit of a pain in the backside, but again, that's all in now. They've still got to sort this one out. They've not connected here to here, so we have a return at the moment that's not returning, so that's got to be done. And the next stage is going to be what we're going to do with the 2 feeds. We have 4 feeds, if you remember rightly, all coming through and going up. We really need to cut these holes bigger and probably take upstairs plasterboard off and box them out and make these the whole of the return. So that's quite a big job, but I think that's what we need to do. But I think you'll agree, a lot nicer, a lot neater. Again, all the head space is nice and tucked up up out the way now. So as you can see here, look, all nice and tucked in. That's exactly how it should be. But on that note, when it comes down to air conditioner, I've been talking to a Chinese company about hybrid solars. I think I mentioned it the last time on the video. Hybrid solar units are units that literally work on solar panels during the day, and they work on power at night, or they charge batteries for the night. So I've managed to get some really good prices. So I'm looking at potentially bringing in 1 or 2 as a bit of an example, so we can set up and see what it's like. The cost to run an air conditioning unit in Barbados is huge. So to have an air conditioning unit that's literally using this beautiful sun we have and is not charging an absolute fortune through the electrical company makes complete sense. So I need to obviously find out how much it's going to be to ship. I also need to find out the tax and duty to ensure that it works out and it's cost effective. But if I can get that done, then I'm certainly going to give it a go on 1 or 2 of the units here. And who knows, over time we might even replace the units that are here, obviously, for ones that are going to be more economical. So I'll update you on that as and when it happens. The other thing we're doing here, we're just building, this was a bit of a tip. So we've emptied it and we're going to be building some kitchen carcasses and creating a little bit of a kitchen area, a storage area, but with kitchen units. So they'll all be in the flexible feet that wind up and down. Obviously they'll come up, kitchen unit all the way along here, and we'll start putting some of the tools and some of the stuff that we've obviously accrued over time where it needs to be. Plus obviously it's just tidying the place up. So yeah, it'd be nice to try and get some of this structured a bit better, that's for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are so far. I'm going to update you in a minute as and when we get on with this satellite. A friend of mine on the island's already done it already. Looks amazing. He says it's really efficient. So fingers crossed, we could be another one of Elon Musk's So I'll check in with you as and when we're ready. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. Before I carry on gabbing, don't forget to give me that thumbs up below, and any comments would be great. It's now in and working. Internally, router to satellite is saying it's 400 meg up and down, but then from satellite, from obviously the cradle to the satellite itself, it's saying it's about 200, 150 to 200. So, and it's saying similar up and down. So it was quite straightforward to set up. We managed to get the cable through here, so it's not 100% at the moment. We just wanted to make sure the cable had the right length. That's now going through the basement. We've taken it up through the floor into the electric room, and it's just positioned there at the moment just to set it up. Now, the only downside is, from what I can see with this model that they've actually given me, there doesn't seem to be a Ethernet cable that you can plug into the back of the router to go into your network. So, you know, not essential, because I mean, we would think about running 2 internets here in case we have any problems. But my main issue at the moment, obviously, is that if I want to run the whole home network on this Wi-Fi, I can't connect it to the actual system, so via a cable, which is frustration, which means it's going to sit there separate. So I'm going to have to contact them to find out whether they've actually sent me the wrong unit. But I didn't know I had to do that. Every router, you know, on the island, Digicel, Flow, in England, Vodafone, BT, whoever you're with, the router itself on the back will have a Cat 5 stroke Cat 6 socket on the back where you plug it in, and that then you can connect up separate devices, or you can set up home networks. We have a home network here, and our current Digicel system is in there, and a cable comes out the back and goes into the network, and all the hubs around the building are all live with internet. But this one doesn't have one, so that's a bit strange. But anyway, I'll upload the video, so obviously you guys have got some content. If you guys want any information about Starlink, I will in the picture here give you a link obviously to the main Starlink website, and maybe some screenshots of some of the speeds we've just done now so you can see it. And yeah, so if you want to be off grid from an internet point of view, that is, and have your own satellites and not share bandwidth, this is the way forward. So don't forget, if you've got 100 meg and you're in the road, then when people come home at 4 or 5 o'clock and they come in and fire up their TVs and fire up the phones, and you're on that shared network, which means you share that data. So dedicated service and shared service are two completely different things. This is dedicated. Not only dedicated, but your own dedicated satellite, not even dedicated cable. So unique. Thank you, Elon Musk. Hopefully it will improve our internet connection in the area. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me the like below, and I'll upload the pictures, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.